Okay, base times height. Well, what do we know? Do we know the area?
No.
Really?
Oh, yeah, we don't.
Yes, we do.
So replace it. What's the area? 27? Do we know the base?
Wait, no, but it's square.
Millimeters squared is the units, but we're not talking about that right now. Base is what?
Base is 3.
Base is 3. Do we know the height?
Nope. X.
So I'll use X or H.
Is that 27?
That is 27.
Yes, that's 27.
Solve for H. What do you get?
40.
What did you get? 9. Yep, thanks, Elizabeth. Did you find out how we got H? That makes sense? Okay. Now, find the perimeter. We know now that the height is 9. So, walking through, how do we find the perimeter? Let's label everything we know. Couldn't you just add them all up and tell me?
No.
How did you get 9?
Yes.
Again, area is base times height. We replaced base, and we replaced area.
How did you get 9?
Listen. I want the side conversations at the top because this is not too complicated and you're going to be able to do this. I'm not going to spend this much time on it. Area is base times height. Area, we know it, right? Base, we know it, right? Divide by 3, we get height, right?
Oh, okay.
Boom. Done. Perimeter of a rectangle. Always 2 times height plus 2 times base. Right? That's going to give it to us. Area equals 2 times height plus 2 times base. Or you could say 2 times width plus 2 times length. Doesn't matter. We're still doing the same thing. Sorry, that should say P for perimeter. Do we know the height and the base?
Yeah.
So, we know the height and the base. 2 times, what's the height? 9 plus, do we know the base? 3. 2 times 9 is? 18 plus 2 times 3 is? 18 plus 6 gives me? 24. Okay. What's the units? Is it millimeters squared or millimeters?
Well, how come there's a square?
There's a millimeters for squared for area because why? Somebody want to explain that? This was millimeters, and we times it by millimeters, and that's how we got the units millimeters squared.
So divide by millimeters.
Nope. This one,
By square.
height is millimeters, and we're timesing it by 2, so that's still millimeters. Base is millimeters, and we're timesing it by 2, so that's still millimeters, right? So our units is not millimeters squared, it's just millimeters. All right. So I'm going to do one with you. The rest is going to be homework for this side, and then we're going to go through and do examples on the back too. All right. Area of the parallelogram on your sheet. Right? Use what you have on your sheet. It tells you the formula. So how are we going to find this? What do we have to do?
A equals B.
Okay, say it again. Fredo.
A equals BH.
B times 8. 8. 8. No. No. 8. Fredo got it. That's perfect. Area equals base times height. What's the base? Abdi, what's the base? What's the base? 10. What's the height? 6. So what's the area? What's the units? Inches squared. Because we did inch times inch. Inch times inch, that gives us 2 inches, so that's inch squared. Alright? Again, that's why area is always squared, units squared. Volume is always units cubed. Right? That's why. I'm going to do one more with you. What's our goal for this one? Here, Ashley. What's our goal for that one? Find the base. So that's what we're gonna do. What did they give us?
Area.
Area and the height. Well, am I gonna be able to find the base?
Yep.
So set it up for me.
What did you do? 136 divided by 8.
136 equals base times height, right?
Yeah.
Do I know the base?
No.
Nope. So I'll put B. Do I know the height?
Yep. 8. What's the formula? So then you
Area
divide
equals
by-
base times height. It's right at the top of your page. This is a rectangle, right?
Wait, you saw number 1 already?
Yep.
Come on.
So we divide by
8
divide by 8
on both sides.
on both sides. So you get B is equal to
B, wait, let me do this.
17. Yep.
80
17. What's the units?
millimeters.
Millimeters.
Millimeters. Now it's not squared.
Because we're, yeah.
Area is squared. Perimeter is not.
Yeah, actually, it's
Yep. Are we looking at a triangle? This one's a rectangle. So, I don't know what the question, I don't quite understand your question because we're not looking at a triangle yet. For number 2, area equals base times height.
I'm killing it right now.
We comfortable with that? Yeah? Okay. I want you to take the next 4 minutes and try these ones, and then we'll go over them together so we know that you're ready for the homework. For 3 minutes, I want you to finish off these last ones.
You get 4
Ask your neighbor if you're confused.
So can we get 4 minutes?
Sure, 4 minutes.
So 2 minutes on. If, get this hooligan
4
away
minutes.
from me.
4 minutes.
Bro, actually, get this. Alright. Malik, what formula do I use for the what formula do I use for the third one?
Doesn't matter.
Oh,
Daniel. Daniel. Don't want that added talk unless we're talking about math. Nope.
I'll be testing you.
Not helping you out right now? You're trying this on your own?
We got A, so we have everything here. We got the Did you just say a trapezoid?
Morning, Highland Park Senior High School. Please excuse this interruption, and staff, please excuse this interruption because I'm sure you're in the middle of teaching. But the course registration system is up and running now, so please walk your students through that. Again, we did ask you to kind of reserve the day for this, knowing it wouldn't take all the period. We're sorry for the delay, but please, it is up and running, so please make sure you have your students go through the online course registration, have them pick a course at this time. Thank you much. Appreciate it. Sorry for the interruption.
Can we get an extra minute for that? Alright. Alright, look, so we have every angle.
We have to check
We have A, B, and we have height, base, and what is it? Area? Height, base, area?
Right, I mean, you could be helping somebody. I mean, use your time a little bit more effectively.
Actually.
I'm just gonna go through it.
Oh. Okay. So we have everything. We have everything.
Okay,
That was not
so-
no 4 minutes.
Don't care because we gotta do the thing that Dr. Tucker said. I just want to give you, I want you to tell me what you're using to solve these. Trapezoid area. Listen up, please, because we're gonna go right into, I'm just giving you this to help you out. This is the homework to finish these last ones. Area of the trapezoid. What's the formula that you're using?
A equals 1/2, a half,
1/2,
parentheses,
parentheses,
B1
B1
plus B2
plus
another
B2.
parentheses on the left side, and on the right side it's an H.
Nice, times height, right?
Yes.
What's B1? Does it matter?
15.
15, sure. Could you use 7?
No.
Yes.
No,
No.
that's the height.
Yep.
So B1, B2, one of these ones, right?
Yes.
Okay, find that out for me tonight. Height of the triangle. We're trying to find the height. So what am I going to use? What's the area formula?
Look at this triangle.
Half
Area equals 1/2 times base times height. Do you know the base?
No. Yes, you do. It's 2. Yeah.
So are you going to be able to find out the height?
Yeah.
Okay. perimeter of a rectangle in which area is 154 and height is 11. Well, what do you need to find to be able to find the rectangle? And let's draw ourselves a picture. Okay, yep, and we're going to use this. A equals base times height. Area equals base times height. What's the height? If you find out the base, can't you do this? So how are we gonna tell that? What are we gonna replace A with? 154. What are we gonna replace B with? You don't know because we don't know it yet. What are you gonna replace H with? 11. All right, you're gonna be able to do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. B2 of a trapezoid with area equals 5, height equals 2, and base 1 equals 1. Let's see, how do we do that? What formula are we using?
We're gonna use the
So-
half and the B1, B2.
1/2 times B1 plus B2 times H, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna be able to do that?
Yeah.
All right, good. So let's get you registered for your classes.
Let's do that real fast.
We're gonna make our class.
I didn't listen.
U.S. Central.
So, what we got to do is get registered for our math classes. So, I would suggest getting out your iPad
I don't have the voice on.
or your phone.
I do not have a phone. I got it.
I forgot my sheet at home. Could I possibly like get it during lunch when
Oh, sure. Yeah, is she
Oh.
gonna come drop it off? I have an extra
Can I
one.
have one of the blue ones?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, cool.
If you need one of these sheets.
I already know what.
No, we best.
Okay. So we're good.
I just need
Alright. If you need one of these sheets, like I
Okay.
Alright, really white out blonde is what I heard from your mouth. Really white.
I'm gonna walk you through it one more time.